Ziggy, 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 can't you see? What's up, guys? My name is Ziggy, and thank you for watching my very first gameplay slash commentary on Black Ops. Here's a gameplay here, regular team deathmatch on the map Convoy. And as you can see here, we started this game down 9, but this is a pretty good gameplay. And especially considering how big this map is and the fact that I just prestiged in this game earlier. So, you know, right away I'm rocking the hard line, rocking sleight of hand, rocking hacker. It's usually what I usually roll with. And I'm going to be sharing care packages in this gameplay. And the gameplay is pretty good. You know, right off the bat, though, I die right away. Wish I had Harden at that time. But, you know, I decided to become a commentator. I'd like to talk a lot. Black Ops is right now my favorite game to play. It's also my favorite game that pisses me off. I'm probably going to have a heart attack playing this game. The game could really piss me off. I get mad a lot. If you ever play with me in the lobby, ooh, man, I get mad easily in this game. Especially if you're rocking second chance, especially if you're hiding, especially if you're a camper. I like rushing. That's my style. Been playing the Call of Duty series since COD 4, you know, Modern Warfare. Then, of course, World at War came out. Really wasn't a huge fan of that one. Modern Warfare 2 came out. Huge fan of Modern Warfare 2. I actually liked every bit of Modern Warfare 2. That game didn't really get me mad as much. And I used to always play, you know, my cousin's Modern Warfare 2 on, you know, hardcore. And in this game, you know, we still play our hardcore search and destroy. So, you know, on my channel, you're going to see a bunch of hardcore search and destroy gameplay. You'll see a lot of regular TDM gameplay. Probably won't see much hardcore TDM gameplay. I'll try to bring it when I can if I do good in it. It's just in Black Ops in particular, there's a lot of more campers than, you know, games past of the Call of Duty series. And, you know, it probably has a lot to do with the fact that Ghost now is so much better than the past. You know, but back then, whenever you had, like, say, cold-blooded, you know, stopping power to kind of counteract that. But this game, man, they, you know, that camo, man, those ghillie suits and things like that, especially on a map like Array. Like, there's some guys. Sometimes those guys are just hiding in the background, and I can't see them unless they're moving. And especially if they got that Ghost Pro. You know, you look at the map, and they have their silenced guns, and you have your helicopters up or anything. They're gone. They're done. You don't see them. And it's pretty overpowered. Now, not as much of a ghost hater as a lot of people are. Now, I do say ghost bitch a lot whenever I'm playing in lobbies and things like that. But, you know, when I first started this game, you know, I used Ghost also. I'm not gonna lie. But I was a rusher. I was a ghost rusher. You know, I didn't sit back in a corner. I don't think I've ever bought motion sensor, sorry, until I started liking Hacker more and wanted Hacker Pro. But you know, this gameplay here, you know, I did okay. I was running a lot. You know, shoot, if I had marathon or lightweight, I would have probably got the 26 miles right off the bat in this gameplay. But you know, what you can expect from my channel is I'm a rusher. Now there are certain maps, you know, especially like jungle, things like that, where I'll rush. But you know, you got to be smart also. Everybody's hiding in the huts and stuff like that, or in that village. Everybody likes to conjure around there. So you know, there's going to be times where you'll see me, you know, playing them instead, especially with the spy planes. I see a red dot coming my way. I'm not just going to run out there and get myself killed. I'll let them come around the corner, things like that. But you know, here I got the 7 kills already in a row. Oh, promoted. Ooh, nice. You know, it's cool having the PVR now. I just got this yesterday, and it's pretty cool. I finally figured out how to do some rendering settings, and you know, I watched some videos on how to set up stuff. And I've always wanted to become a commentator. I follow all the, you know, the big time YouTubers, and I follow them on Twitter also, and I always wanted to be part of a little community like that. And, you know, it's pretty cool seeing them interact with each other, and it's pretty cool seeing how much the gaming community as a whole has grown the last couple of years. And I want to contribute to that. You know, I'm not going to become a big time guy. I'm not going to get ad revenues probably. I'm not going to get thousands of subscribers. Hell, I'll be lucky to get 10 subscribers after I make this video. But you know, I'll try. I definitely would try, and I hope you guys enjoy my content. Now on my channel right now that I have, you know, Siggyv, the you know, the most popular video that I've ever had was a tornado video. You know, I live in Texas, and Texas is known for a lot of tornadoes. You know, I live in North Texas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and there was a tornado here in Saginaw. You know, the only videos I've ever posted before in the past were when Black Ops came out. You know how they get you can have the game clips get loaded and rendered up to YouTube. And I had a few of those, and you can see on my channel. But you know, the most I got on that was probably 50 views. But that tornado video got me, you know, 1,700, you know, and 50 views, and you know, I was like, ooh, that's cool. You know, of course, so you look at guys like, you know, especially on the gaming community, you know, 1,700 views is what they get in the first few minutes, and it'll be nice to get that one day. I want to be stuck at the 303 views like a lot of people are when they post their videos. But you know, I think I could contribute a lot to it. I'm not a great player. I like to say that I'm okay, I'm good. You know, I have a pretty decent combat record. You know, we're over 1. I'm a 1.24 win ratio. I'm a 1.49 or 1.47 KD kill death ratio, and which I think is good for my style. You know, rushing. Now, of course, you know, if I was, you know, a ghost camper and things like that, and maybe that's how they'll have those high scores. Now, I go for score per minute on the weekly boards. I try. I'm not, you know, the most I get lately, it's been about 300 now. You know, there's a lot of them out there that get 900, 800, 700, 600, which that's pretty good. And one day I'll get like that, I think. You know, I started this Call of Duty series with Part 4, and you know, I've been improving ever since. When I first started, I was lucky to get 10 kills. Now I can get 20 kills every time, most of the time. It's for some reason, especially with the contracts, it always seems like whenever you try to go for that one contract that's win by a team lead score of 3,000, things like that, and you roll with your party, you get that a lot. But then all of a sudden, when you buy that contract, it seems like everybody messes up. Or you get that contract, you got to get the 20 TDM kills, and then you start playing and you always get stuck at 19 or 18. It's like, well, what's going on here? But you know, there's gameplays where I get a bunch, and there's gameplays where I get killed a lot, and on those gameplays I'll get frustrated. But this game, you see here, we made our comeback. You know, I was sharing packages left and right. My accuracy is not that great. Things you can expect on my channel, I'm gonna be posting some gun videos, you know, from the firing range. I got a couple of those already. I did one with the MP5 when I was in Las Vegas, and my brother was, you know, he has one too, and he did a Thompson. And we'll plan on doing more of those. We're actually planning on doing a gun collection. Also, we want to buy Galil. We want to buy real guns, and we'll start shooting them off and posting videos of that. Also, my channel, since I have the Evo 3D, you know, I'm starting to tinker around with the 3D features for YouTube, and so if you have a 3D phone, you know, you can expect some 3D content. And I think if you watch it without 3D, it'll show double vision. It'll just show 2. But this gameplay is coming to a close. I'm glad that I actually made it through a commentary. You know, it's a lot harder than you think. You know, just talking about whatever you want for so many minutes can get pretty repetitive. But here you go, final kill. We win this one by 9, right? We were down 9. And thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe. Please like, comment, rate, whatever you want to do. I don't really not beg for that stuff, but thank you. You have a good one.